Hello, hyperspace. My name is Davontos, and it's time to get hyped because this is another Overwatch hero guide. Uploaded the Bastion hero guide, and here's another one, ZARYA. She is a very powerful character, and not a lot of people use her. I kind of see why, because she is very difficult to use. If you don't use her correctly, she is going to seem a little on the I guess the underdog side, but if you use her correctly, she will be nearly unstoppable. I would actually say one of the best heroes in the game. I know a lot of these characters are balanced, but she requires a lot of tactics, and if you get this tactic down, you're going to see just how powerful she is. You will probably need at least maybe a healer on your side, and you will have to rely on your teammates a lot. So, here's how she works. She has a laser cannon, which is basically like a laser minigun, which is already intimidating. However, the range on it is not the best, so she's good at close range. She does have grenades that can shoot through this, or basically like plasma balls that blow up, which is very powerful, but, you know, they're slow traveling and they're kind of easy to dodge. So, how does she work exactly? Now, if you see at the bottom of her screen, right by the reticle, it has the number 0, which goes up to 23, and so on. It goes up. Now, the higher that number, the more powerful your laser cannon, and you can actually hear the audio. I'm actually going to display some gameplay later on, just pure gameplay, at the end of this video, so you can get a hang of and see what I mean when I say how to play as ZARYA, whatever her name is. But anyway, how to make that number go up. She can have 2 force fields. One force field for herself, and another for teammates, as I just displayed right there. That force field only stays up for about 3 seconds. Within that 3-second duration, you or that teammate is invincible. Now, what you want to do is damage that force field as much as possible. The more damage that force field receives, the more powerful your cannon will become. And this thing gets so powerful when it's maxed up at like the 90s to 100s, you will take out tanks like slicing straight through butter. This thing is amazing. That was a very terrible metaphor, or hyperbole. What is it? Anyway, whatever. So, you want to stay by your team. You want to constantly be aware of your team's positioning, because you want to have a force field up at all times. You want to have, you know, obviously focus on your force field first, unless you've seen a teammate's in danger, or if a teammate's taking too much heat, too much gunfire, put a force field on them. And let the enemies continue shooting at them, power up your cannon, and then march in there and deal devastating amounts of damage to the enemy. Now, when you see you start taking damage, it's really smart to just put on the force field and retreat. You want to stick by your team the entire time. You want to make sure somebody has their back. Somebody has your back. And in the meantime, you have their back. And she's a very team-based character. If you're not with your team, you're not going to be playing well with ZARYA. If you are with your team and your team cooperates, you will be one of the most powerful characters in the game. Now, she has 200 health and 200 shield. Her shield will regenerate, her health will not. Which makes her very interesting, because if you actually start taking damage, you can quickly, you know, display your shield or go into a little quick hiding and regain all 400 points of your health, because it was most of the time, it was just the armor that lost, you lost the armor. So, go to hiding, activate your force field, let it regenerate, and at times, you are going to feel like you're invincible. You see right here, Reaper was just doing his ultimate, and my cannon was in like the high 60s at the time, and I just stopped him right in his tracks. That's what I mean. This is how powerful this cannon can be. It could even stop people like Roadhog and Reinhardt. It will chew through Reinhardt's shield, but you have to have people getting your back. Now, for her plasma cannon, her plasma balls, whatever that things that shoots out, they kind of act like noob tubes because they fly at an arc. They're really good for close range, but you can damage yourself with it. So, right there, you use it to scare enemies off, or if they're close to you and you can't quite land a laser beam, just try to, blow up their general location. They are very powerful plasma balls, but they travel very slow, and the blast radius is not that big. But you get hit by it, and it's going to give you a devastating amount of damage. So, with Zarya's ultimate, it's actually rather weak. Her ultimate is basically like a black hole or a gravity ball, whatever you want to call it, and it sucks in any enemies or debris that's near it. And they are basically stuck there. There are ways to get out of this. If you have Genji and you do the sword dash, he like flies forward and slices, you can manage to escape his gravity ball. I believe Tracer can manage to get out of it too, I'm not too sure. But some characters can get out of her gravity bar. So this is where her team-based tactics come into play. Once you have to constant communication with her. Once you have your ultimate ready, say you have my ultimate ready. Say it through the mic or have Zarya say it, whatever you want. Just as long as your team is aware that you have your ultimate ready. And then you activate the gravity spike. If nobody does anything else, then you'll just start shooting at the gravity spike, get yourself a couple kills. However, where the teamwork comes in, imagine trapping the entire enemy team inside your gravity ball, and then you get Hanzo, Sick to Dragons, and everybody who's stuck inside that gravity ball. Oh, perfect! It's very, very team-based. So, again, if you don't have your teammates back and your teammates don't have your back, it's going to seem very, very weak. She's going to seem a very weak character. When your cannon's power is at 0%, it will do damage, but it's going to seem a little weakish. And obviously, as I said, the higher it gets, the more damage you display. They protrude. Take out. Whatever, the more damage you give. So what is she good for? She is good for holding down the fort. If you're playing defense on a point and you want to hold down that point, Zarya is the girl to go to. If you want to stop the enemies from moving the payload, Zarya's another girl to go to. She would stop the payload in its tracks, and the enemies will have a very difficult time approaching, as you see what I'm doing right here. And you see I got Mercy healing me up, I got Mercy's back, I march in there, blast them with my radiation plasma cannon, and I continue going on, and they can't do nothing. Again, Reaper did a special when I took out quite a bit of health, but of course I didn't get the kill. But anyway, she's very team-based. I can't stress this enough. You have to have cooperating teammates. If your teammates are not cooperating, don't take Zarya, because she is basically useless on her own. Now, with her shields that you can display on yourself and the teammates, they have a cooldown time. I'm not too sure on the cooldown time. They last for 3 seconds, I know that, and the cooldown time is, I think, like 8 seconds each or something like that. So you wanna, you wanna use the one on your body first, and then wait for it to wear off, find a close teammate, use it on him. You want to switch simultaneously, because you want to have a shield out, and you want to always keep your cannon at full power, especially if you're staying on the front lines as I am here, which is where I feel like she's, most intendedly to use. The shield, as I said, makes you indestructible. If you run into an exploding diva mech that's ready to self-destruct, activate your shield right before it explodes and cover a teammate who's near you, and you just save yourself 2 lives, and you probably powered up your cannon too. If you run into a Reaper doing his Reaper spinning die thing, whatever that's called, just activate it, same thing, and it will really fill up your shield. So, I'm gonna leave you guys with the next gameplay. We actually win this game. There's a separate gameplay where we're holding down the fort in that Egyptian level. I forgot the name of that level. But anyway, we're holding down the fort there. I'm using Zarya, and you guys can see what I mean by constantly stay by your team, constantly have a shield up, and you will be a force to be reckoned with. So, with that, I leave you with the extras bonus gameplay. If you like this gameplay, or the bonus gameplay, punch that like button with a mighty force. You can follow me up on Twitter at Davontos, man. And let me know in the comment section below if you're going to try out Zarya for yourself. She is very, very useful, but only if she's used correctly is the right term I'm looking for. Only if you play her effectively, I guess I could say. But anyway, I'll see all of you in my next video. Enjoy the bonus clip and have a nice day.
Together, we are strong.
They are taking the objective. Stop them!
Lost. New defense point. Objective B.
Mounting power to forward shield.
You're covered. Justice reigns from above.
Experience tranquility.
You're covered. Thank you. Get in there. Maximum charge. Give me your best shot. Barrier on smoke. Ready to fight. Let's go.
Embrace tranquility.
Bring it. Console back. Огонь по готовности. That's the power of a trap. Get in there. Give me your best shot.
Deserve this.
No. Just a scratch. Drop the beat. Group up. Ready for battle. Maximum charge.
冻住！
Experience tranquility.
Through the dragon's eyes.
Barrier active. Maximum charge. Get in there. Best shot. You're covered. Bring it. Get in there. Barriers on you. Best shot. That's all we've got.
Dragon consume you!
Barrier active. Огонь по готовности. Don't be shy. Barrier on. Ready to battle. Maximum charge. Double. Go. Join me.
Experience tranquility.
Barrier active. Red people. Get in there. Barriers on you. That's all we've got. Steal. Barriers on
Ten seconds.
Get in there.